You've tested positive
Is there a way
August 27th. You tested positive September 30th. You tested positive now November 18th.
that I can obtain the urine sample and I will go pay for it myself to show that it's been a steady decline? Because I have not smoked, Your Honor.
It should be out of your system. It's been three.
Heavy smoker.
It's been 3 months.
Sir, may I approach, Your Honor?
Yeah. Hey, how are you?
Doing fine, Your Honor. Thank you, sir. Your Honor, I am here on Mr. James Houlihan. Mr. Houlihan was requested by the Honorable Court to go and take a drug test yesterday. It's my understanding from talking to pretrial services
Come up, Mr. Houlihan.
that the client tested positive for THC.
You've literally tested positive the entire time while you have been on bond.
Sir, I haven't smoked since August 25th.
You've tested positive
Is there a way
August 27th. You tested positive September 30th. You tested positive now November 18th.
that I can obtain the urine sample and I will go pay for it myself to show that it's been a steady decline? Because I have not smoked, Your Honor.
It should be out of your system. It's been three.
Heavy smoker.
It's been 3 months. 8, 9, 10, 11. It's been 3 months. When did he test positive? Yesterday?
Yes, sir, Your Honor. I spoke to pretrial services. They reported to me that he did test positive. Client has.
He's done a total of 3 tests, right, Felicia?
Yes, I have one from his first hearing date and then a positive from the 7th of October where he was remanded in custody. And then none since October until yesterday.
I don't know what to tell you, Mr. Houlihan. I guess you just don't take it seriously. I've asked you repeatedly not to. You've tested consistently positive for marijuana. I've told you since day one, do not use, and you continue to test positive. What am I supposed to do?
Judge, if I may, could I get those dates that Mr. Houlihan tested positive again from the pretrial services?
So we have one on 8/27,
8/27/24,
September 30th,
9/30/24,
10/7,
10/7/24.
and now 11/18. I have no choice, Mr. Houlihan. It goes with you. Sorry.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. D. Hi, Mr.
Thank
D.
you, May I approach?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Judge, I've spoken with my client. It appears that he is requesting a hearing, perform a hearing on the revocation of his bond.
Sure, okay. We can set it 3 days, have a hearing, 3 days. I don't know if you want me to subpoena the people
Judge,
there.
I believe I'm gonna have to subpoena some documentation. I've already spoken to pretrial. I need to get the copies of the results of the lab test.
Whatever you want.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever you want.
Okay, how much time? I think like 2 weeks minimum.
Sure. So whatever you'd like. I mean, it's up to you.
Hey, Judge, with all due respect, would you be amenable to releasing him until such time that it has been determined that from a former hearing that is bond?
I've given him time after time, pass after pass, you know? I mean, if we're now 4 times, he's literally continued to smoke weed the whole time while he's on bond.
He has informed me that he is a habitual marijuana user, and I've been doing this a long time.
3 months.
Yes, sir, Your Honor, and with all due respect, during my training as a lawyer, I've come to realize that the amount of use that a person consume marijuana depends upon how long that particular drug will stay in your body.
I agree with you. I agree with you.
He said he's a
3 months?
habitual, 3 months, 90 days, 90 days. It's 14 to 90 days.
That's
for
why we
someone.
normally give people, 40, 45 days to clear their system out. We've given him double.
But he could be, with all due respect, Your Honor, he could be one of those persons that fits in the 90-day range. He could fit in-
Show me literature that says it can stay in your system 90 days.
Uh,
Show
I
me
don't
something
have
that
it
says
now,
that, but
my experience over the years has suggested to me, and my learning and experience for practicing 37 years, I've known to have read documentation to show that for heavy users, marijuana can stay in the system from anywhere from 14 to 90 days. And because it stays in the body that long is because the body can only get rid of so much of marijuana at one time. And therefore, the other marijuana that remains in the system goes into the fat cells of the body. So that's why it can take up to 90 days sometimes for it to dissipate in the body altogether, especially from.
let's do this. Let's do this. Try to get the results, see where the numbers are as far as, how many nanograms that are in his body. I don't know, but let's take a look to see, have they gone up? Have they gone down? But I'm sure that we can pull everything there and take a look. I can't imagine that if he stopped when he said he was going to stop, it'd be out of his system. In my opinion, I think he's just continued to smoke and he hasn't stopped, and I just doesn't take us seriously.
With all due respect again, Judge, my experience again as practicing the law, the Code of Criminal Procedure 1740, I believe. Code of Criminal Procedure 1740, Section A, Section B. I believe it states that it is upon a hearing that a person's bond can be revoked. If that person respects the law basis saying that in order to revoke a person's bond, that person has the right to request a hearing before that can be.
Just had a hearing. We've had multiple hearings with Mr. Houlihan. I've let him go on multiple times when he's tested positive. But at some point, I have to say when. You can't just continue to test positive and have a good result, Mr. D. And I appreciate your tenacity, but we're already 4 times.
Yes, sir.
If he tests positive in a week, now we're at 5 times. Are we still going to make the same argument? When do we say when? When does it become his actions?
And I respectfully request to do what I requested
Yeah,
earlier.
get all the labs for sure. And you know what? We don't have to take 2 weeks. Take a couple days. Try to get it as fast as we can. Felicia is really good about getting records. It doesn't have to be 2 weeks. We can set it off for just a couple days.
Yes, sir, you are.
Like I said, I'm not out for blood, but I want him to understand that we mean business. We're not,
Yes, sir. Thank you, Your Honor.